ogladija, od svih si mi najmilija. Ogladija, osta smo...
We might. Okay, let's... I don't know what happened last time, but I guess it was probably random, but this time I'm guessing for a while we will not be disturbed. Those small fire dogs have been handled, taken care of, call it what you want. We might get into folk music later on. I usually at the beginning there's that silence, so I wanted to take care of that like this, because you know it sounds like, you know, is there anyone out there? Like this you have the, you know, the feel, you feel some kind of presence, and usually I would think about something to talk about, but this time and probably in the future, no, I have some topics I wanted to get into, but before that I wanted to talk about some other stuff. And usually, like I said, I would, you know, think about what to say, but this time I was watching some gaming news, and it was about some Unreal Engine 5 very realistic shooter game. And you know, I started thinking, and after I hope I'm gonna remember something else, I was thinking about, you know, most probably, you know, if some small studios are gonna make some game in Unreal Engine 5, it's probably gonna be some one map shooter. But then that got me thinking about, I don't really know that much about, you know, MMO economy and stuff and other stuff, you know, professions, and I do not really care about it. I mean, it's nice, it's good if it's done properly, but what I'm about is, you know, battlegrounds. And in a way, what is a battleground but a map with some combat? So it can be done, and it is being done in a way. The only difference would be that instead of you know, weapons, you would have some spells. So from that point, it is possible theoretically for, you know, some smaller group of developers to make some battleground with some, you know, races and spells. So I hope enough of the, you know, people with the proper skills go at it, because especially now, one of the news was about, you know, Blizzard and WoW, I guess, you know, losing people. I'm not sure if the reason is, you know, work from home, but it may as well be, or at least one of the reasons. And I guess, you know, I doubt it. I had some hope from the Dreamhaven, but with the Metzen coming back to Blizzard, that pretty much, I think, I don't know if it's clear, but made the chances of Dreamhaven working on some MMO pretty slim. But hopefully there are other MMOs we can be hopeful about. Speaking of which, I don't know if I should go into this. Yeah, before that, the last stream, it did really bite a piece off, and nothing important, but I remembered it, and let me say it, when it sounded like something intelligent, blah blah blah. There you go. Unintelligible. I'm not sure how to say it. Unintelligible, I guess. I was saying that, you could, do random battlegrounds and stay at the Sinradon Blanche and maybe, hope for some extra RNG there. So that would be really pushing it. And now I'm lost, doesn't matter. I may check because the point is I wanna get stuff out of the text document and then maybe focus on some evergreen stuff, get some stuff that are more current. I forgot what I was saying a bit ago, but that's one of the points, I can always talk about it some other time. This time I guess we should go into game a bit, at least now.
A dark wind is blowing.
Maybe if I had music on, I would speak louder. What did I want to do? Okay, that would take care of that. Let's now try with something else. Volume was a bit down. Let's first go into that none of you cares about. Yes, of course, I don't have anything shown here. I might have to pick up the pace because time is flies and I can't stream for a much longer, and I wasted a lot of time on stupid stuff. I'm talking about, I think, that Vikapet. We will check that in the tab later on. So there are, if you have Alliance Toon, that will be, I guess, easier. If you don't, first time I did it by dying on ship and releasing when in Borealis. That will save you a long walk from pretty much 3 corners, almost there, that logging camp. Some honorable mention of 3 corners. I don't know what's going on now, but before the PvP changes, used to be the D ganking spot for free to place to gank on Alliance Toons, and I did it the most and a lot before the changes to get it, for the road, though it felt bad, but let's not go into that. So it's a long walk, so I don't recommend dying. So on forum there's a post, I don't know how I didn't notice that. I tried something, but I didn't exactly notice that you can get, you go on the other side of the ship, and then I guess there's enough of the space on the side of the boat to get on there. So that would be the way if you want to do it on a hot tune. So what I'm talking about, so why I even went there is here there's some pig pet I thought I would be able to get, but I think there's a level requirement. I forgot, is it 30? It's not 20, that's for sure. So for free-to-play it's a no-go, but for others I'm not sure. There's some mage and some piglet. I think, I don't know, 30, 40, 50, something like that, but not 20. I'm not sure, but for free-to-plays I already said it. I also did some research on some other vendor, but I'm not sure. I think you can't get it on free-to-play, but even if you could, there's some special currency, some grindy stuff. So I was out there too, but while I was trying to get there, I forgot where, somewhere over here, you will find some weird stuff, some chest with some torches, and it says this, that order doesn't matter, but you have to, or maybe the point is, in the old videos it was mentioned that you need to do it in some order and stuff, and to light, I don't know, 3 torches. But for me, the way I did it, as far as I know, you only need to light up 1 torch. That's what I did. That's when the things worked for me. So you try what you can, but I only lit 1 torch. Then you can loot the chest, and there's 4 chests you need to loot, and then combine, those stuff into a pet. So one is here, I think one is here near some tree. When you get here, you go around here and there's some cave, and I don't know where this cemetery is, somewhere over there. I think there's an O in the name, and where the O is, that's where you will also find the 4th chest. Also, while I was here, there was some farmer. I don't know if it's for the cloth or something. I stayed there for a minute, got bunch of cloth, so I guess that was it. And it's some waves of mobs. I don't know what, but seems that there's a farming spot there. And now, before I forget, and last time I will show you the wormhole generator and the pet now, and hopefully I will mention something else later on, though I don't know how much time we have. I pretty much ruined all of this, so let's stick to the let me remember. This is it. Pet, is it? Wickerpup, this is it. We might as well summon it. There you go. This is the wormhole generator Shadowlands.
What are we without the sky?
don't know if the trick with... Let's try it. What is it? Is it... no. I think on cats. I'm not sure what the command is. I think sit. If you target a cat and emote sit, it will sit in your lap. So there's that. Other stuff I wanted to talk. Let's first check the more current ones, so I can then, you know, ramble about other stuff in peace. I wanted to mention trading post. Okay, there. I guess I will not have the time for everything. Trading post, I remembered a while back that there could be a trading post meta where you would sub for a month at half of the month, thus getting twice as marks for one sub. And now you could say, but they can, you know, find a way to prevent you from doing that. But why would they? I think they want all the subs they can get now. Another thing is, you know, the thumbnail. I said, you know, the two Draenei asses are too powerful, because as I was trying to make a screenshot, seconds after, some guy just spawned there, pretty much cock blocking the view. And that's the power of Draenei asses. You know, they will start summoning people from the nether. And trading post is a great thing, great addition, but to expect it to be a main feature was very optimistic. It's not the main course, it's a side dish, and a great side dish. And that's something for people to, you know, to tip the scales of people staying. Even, you know, that would be a bit too much to ask for. And, you know, at first you had 2 mounts, then some swords, and now even something that you were supposed to get that got transferred to the store. It's pretty much obvious what's going on there. Okay, something got fucked up with the stream. I don't know at what point. So is that everything I wanted to say about trading post? Probably, doesn't matter. And speaking of current things, okay, let me just check the... Okay, I don't have time for any of this. So I'm talking about this because I just want to talk about the current state of the game, not because I wish the game ill or, you know, talk bad about it, but I don't wanna, you know, not talk about stuff. And it was strange for me. Okay, before that, let's say something I didn't say for a long time. On the small realm, you know, like I said in trade chat, can be a bit more interesting. and some guy was talking about getting some other people banned, and then they replied that he was banned, and he said something like some conspiracies and stuff, but what was going on I figured out later on. He reported people for transphobia, and what was going on there was some people talked bad about his trans smoke, and he reported them for transphobia and got banned. Now, you know, that's something else. Okay, my bitrate is not bringing all the boys to the yard. I hope the stream makes it. Okay, after that, not so funny, well, very funny anecdote. I'll probably now forget what I wanted to talk about, what I was saying a bit before. Yeah, let's... what... I guess there's no way for me to do this. I have to wing it like this. I was... because that's the thing. I said Ragnaros, and only Ragnaros of all the realms is high now, and I checked the other day at Tuesday evening. Even on Kazakh numbers were pretty small, and on that medium realm I think there was 55 of the horde Tuesday evening. So either there's something I do not understand, or people are not really raiding. Sure, maybe they are all on... I forget the server name. I always mix up Dreno and Outland. I forgot which is the biggest server. I think Dreno. Yeah, Dreno, probably Dreno. And Kazakh is more PvP, but even on Kazakh there weren't that many people. So what's going on there, I have no clue. But let's... okay, let's do it like this. First, let's go 1 to 20. See if there's some... okay, you know, this might be of course a coincidence. Let's say 69. Okay, there is 50 people. Let's try 66. 45. Yeah, that's one more thing. One to 60 and 60 to 69, there's a huge difference in the amount of people. Now, it might be people leveling alts, so you know that's why there are a lot more 60s to 69. Maybe they are buying for the boosts, and maybe they already have some of those free boosts. But most probably it's, you know, people that already had bunch of leveled up character from the last expansion, that they are, you know, leveling them again. And okay, now let's... now let's try 70. I don't know what... of course warrior is always full. I don't know what would be better, you know, class, but let's go with, for example, mage. 22 mages. Okay, maybe mage is bad. 25 rogues. Okay, warrior is always full. I don't know what is, you know, medium. Ewok 22. Though of course this is a high population realm. Do we go for a walk?
This curse has not broken me yet.
I guess it's too late now to move. You go, it's too late for me. What else? There's not really much going on now. I'll check the text document again and see if there's something I could go into. At least we're keeping in touch. Okay, let me I don't know about this. Yeah, I'm kinda fascinated by that hardcore stuff. I mean, I don't check it that much, but when you go into WoW category, subcategory, though there's also there will be some top streamers, I don't know, couple of rows, but then, you know, you don't have to really go that low to see there's a huge drop off in the views on the channels. So it's fascinating for me. I mean, in a way, for some people this is stupid, playing as free to play, and I understand that, but hardcore is not for me. And but my point here is that people will find more engaging leveling in classic. It kind of reminds me of, you know, some rich kid, you know, having all the great toys and, you know, parents buying him, you know, the best, you know, most recent, you know, toys, and then that kid playing in the dirt with a stick. It kind of reminds me of that, and I don't know if there's a lesson what's going on there, and if there's a lesson for gaming industry in general, and WoW especially. And about MMO, I mentioned that at the beginning. I mean, I don't wanna give the impression I'm talking bad about combat, action combat, but I guess there are some new MMOs. I don't know what kind of combat they will have, and that's not what I'm talking about here, but I don't know why it's strange for me that, you know, some recent MMOs still have, you know, I played Hitman, you know, and Hitman is kinda like that, but they look like the characters have a stick up their asses and they are running like gimps with a stick in their hand, going, you know, whoosh, swoosh, and then, you know, yeah, I'm good at action combat, whoosh, swoosh, you know. But I guess what I really dislike are those cones. But I'm not talking against that. I'm just, you know, thinking, I guess AoE is fine. It's just that, you know, it's not that aiming, sure, you know, aiming that may be hard, maybe too hard, really, but you know, just some. And I am for AoE, but you know, don't pretend you're amazing at combat if you're just, you know, swooshing away. But I'm not against it, you know, let me make sure I get that clear. But like I said, you know, some gray and brown where you can't see anything, and you know, not something for me. That's what I want to say. So, and yeah, I stopped really playing a while back, and I came back and I'm thinking, you know, what am I really doing in this game? I'm not into PvE, but you know, I get bored of especially Overwatch fast, and you know, Fortnite here and there. You know, I wanted to talk about that a bit, but I forgot, and there's no time now. So let me just see if there's something to add a little bit. Yeah, I guess I did say about this. And yeah, let me mention this while I'm here, talking about games and stuff. I guess in the days of old, a game would last for a month. They would release it, and people would play it for a month or two, I don't know, and that would be it. There wouldn't be, you know, some expectations. They would get, sure, you know, they would then sell, you know, box cost and stuff, but expecting from people to play for 2 years every day, I mean, some might do it at, you know, to some point, but expecting that, I mean, that's a bit way too much. You know, it kinda got twisted in a way. So sure, you know, some people would come back, replay it after a while, maybe some more, some less, some more often, some less. You know, some would come back after a month, some would, you know, play more. I already said that. But the thing is, that's natural, and you can expect a little bit more, but expecting way more is not too rational. And let me see if there's something a bit more. Okay, this would be too long. Let me I mentioned something about it before, but I would make devs playing the game they are making mandatory. Not only to understand game better, but also to make sure what they are making is fun. Because if you make something that is not fun, you would have to play it for an hour for a month. Really, you know, if it's fun, then you would be glad, but if it's not, then you would see how bad it really is. And I think that's one of the problems with the games. I think there's other stuff I wanted to talk about that, but I can't think of it now, because that's really the point of the games, to be fun, and I guess that's a lot harder, and you can't really read that much from the data. But that's one of the things think it should be done. You know, just making people engage in content they make, see how they like it, and see what would they do in the future. And now with that thought, that ominous thought,
What are we without the sky?
okay, misclick.
See you soon. Real soon.